Good morning. I would first like to extend a thank you to the trustees, professors, students, family, faculty, and guests that have helped each individual graduate achieve this great accomplishment today. You know, when I was growing up, we used to have a saying when school was over: no more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. Well, today I have updated that for our 2017 UMUC graduates. Tell me what you think. No more APA papers, no group project scores, no Sunday night submission, no more discussion boards. We did it. I'd also like to take a moment to thank my classmates that provided support, guidance, and camaraderie along the way. I've even had the opportunity to work with some extraordinary colleagues throughout my studies. For example, from my group projects, I've worked with students from the proud state of Maryland, internationally such as Kuwait, and throughout the United States, including California. In my group projects, I also had the opportunity to work with some students from those odd locations that don't seem to be able to receive email on the weekends. You know, when we all need to edit the paper before submitting. Does anybody else work with anyone from those locations? But in all honesty, I could not have had a better experience at UMUC. After wanting to go back to school for a decade, I was always intimidated by the commitment and the ever-growing gap of time since I had been in school, so I seemed to put it off for years. When I mustered up the courage to apply in 2012, I was intimidated by the prospect of doing online classes. However, I was accepted, I enrolled, and I began down a path that would change my life. After not completing a graduate program previously, I was determined to not only finish this time, but to get the best grades that I possibly could. And after mastering the basics of how to navigate my classes, I became a pro. I wrote so many discussion boards that I began to speak to my coworkers as if it were a reply. "It's such a beautiful day today," someone would say. To which I would reply, "That's an interesting point you make, David. In fact, I was recently reading a peer-reviewed article on just that topic the other day, and I've pasted the link below in APA format for your review." And remember the days of Turnitin? Oh, I aced those Sunday night 11:56 p.m. submissions, pushing F5 on my computer like rapid fire, refreshing it, saying no whammy, until the scores came back. But it wasn't always easy. Do any online students remember when the system changed to Leo? Mind blown. But through it all, I persevered and I was successful in my studies. At the end of my master's in management, I was offered the opportunity to apply to a presidential management fellowship program by UMUC. I did, and I was ultimately awarded a fellowship in the federal government. This enabled me to move from the private sector to fulfill my goals of a life-satisfying career in civil service. Through a marriage, pregnancy, and ultimate move to Atlanta, UMUC changed the direction of my life. Now, 2 years later, and after a couple of semesters off, I completed the most difficult part of my journey. Now I'm a full-time employee, mother, stepmother, wife, and full-time student that has just completed my master's in business administration. It's truly an honor to be standing here today representing the largest public university in our great nation. UMUC is truly a global community providing valuable lessons and insights on just how, as graduates, we can traverse this world, breaking borders, helping others, and attempting to quench this never-ending thirst for knowledge. As I look out among you, I realize that this graduating class represents just a fraction of the alumni that have ventured forth into the world, sharing their knowledge across the globe. This incredible institution has helped countless members of our military service men and women gain additional skills to not only better our country, but build diplomacy around the world. The values that we have learned during our time at UMUC are destined to be integrated into the very fabric of our lives. UMUC's values include personal accountability, acceptance of diversity, integrity, excellence, innovation, and perhaps most importantly, respect. Whether we utilize our new degrees to further a local business, decide to work with a multinational foreign organization, or simply improve our personal lives, these values will forever remain a part of us. So graduates, go forth with integrity. Take heed of these values. Represent UMUC. Congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you.